What's up, guys? Welcome back to Rip City Rundown, and we are going to be previewing the Western Conference Finals between the Golden State Warriors and the Dallas Mavericks. A surprise matchup. If you were a betting man at the beginning of the season, the Phoenix Suns go down to the Dallas Mavericks in one of the most pathetic performances I've ever seen. But at the same time, a very impressive performance from the Dallas Mavericks, setting up a great series between two teams that are playing very, very good basketball right now.
Yeah, it's going to be a good series. Golden State with home court advantage. I think if you're Golden State and you were told you get home court advantage in the Western Conference Finals, you take that in a heartbeat. Now, you're probably going up against one of the two hottest players in the league right now, the other being Jason Tatum. But yeah, Luka Doncic is special. And I will go as far to say he is the best player in the series.
I would agree. I mean, he's averaging 33 points per game in his career in the playoffs. He just outscored or scored the same amount of points as the Suns in the first half. I don't know how good that is for Luka Doncic or how bad it is for the Suns, but still, he did that.
Well, let's break it down here because you have two teams that are very similar, although I think Draymond Green is going to be a big factor in this series because both teams like to go 5 out. I would expect Looney to get a little more minutes just because the Dwight Powell, Maxi Kleber, although I could see Looney getting played off the court because the Mavericks like to go 5 out. They shoot a lot of threes. They have Finney-Smith, Brunson, Dinwiddie off the bench. Obviously, Luka can go ISO. So who are you going to put on Luka to start?
I think they're going to
Clay?
put Wiggins on Luka to start.
Okay.
And just have all eyes on him. They're gonna do what the Suns did and dare. I mean, actually, the Suns didn't really do it, but they're gonna dare the others to beat them. I think this is going to be a series where we're going to see actually not a lot of Looney. I think this is going to be a major small ball series where we see that death lineup with Jordan Poole along with the 4 other starters because Maxi Kleber, we saw him earlier in this playoffs basically make Rudy Gobert a very invaluable player on the court because he was hitting threes. And a lot of that has to do with how bad the Jazz were at defense just on the perimeter. But still, Rudy Gobert was not able to go guard those threes by Maxi Kleber. And I think Kevin Looney's in the same predicament. But, as a team, they do have a better team defense when it comes to the perimeter.
Yes.
But it is just going to come down. I mean, Luka Doncic is just going to get his no matter what.
I think it'll be interesting because no Gary Payton the second in this game or in this series. I'm not sure when he's coming back, but he did break his elbow. Shout out Dylan Brooks for being a dirty player. I doubt he's going to come back, though. Steve Kerr should come back, though.
Yeah.
I know he's got
my gosh, Mike Brown was I don't know if it was just because the Warriors could not shoot, but Mike Brown just...
Yeah, he struggled. But Steve Kerr, Jason Kidd's done a great job. Steve Kerr obviously has the coaching edge. The Warriors have a championship mentality. They have a championship team. They are led by Draymond Green. It'll be interesting to see how the Mavericks attack this Warriors defense because what they did against Phoenix was they just tried to get Luka switched on to Chris Paul every freaking chance they got, and Luka Doncic took Chris Paul to the bucket time and time again and babied him. Now did come out Chris Paul had an injury, blah, yada, yada, yada. Luka is Luka. That'll be interesting to see if the Warriors will allow the Mavericks to do that. I do think Steve Kerr will be a better in-game adjustment maker over the Coach of the Year, Monty Williams, which is surprising, but Steve Kerr's just been there, done that.
Yeah.
Steve Kerr and the Warriors, I mean, I'm sorry, but the Mavs in Golden State at the Chase Center.
I know
4 times
right
if they go all the way.
We do our predictions at the end, but I'm just going to tell you, I don't see the Mavericks winning this series. They rely so much on Luka Doncic, and at some point he's just going to run out of gas. And I think the Warriors have different defenders. They've got 3 defenders that I could say I would feel confident putting on him, not to stop him and to let him score only 10 points, but just to slow him down, and that's Clay, Wig, and I even see Draymond can do some sort of slowing him down.
I don't want to go too long into this, but we are a Blazers channel, and this Mavericks team gives me a little bit of 2019 Blazer vibes. This was the year Dame hit the shot against OKC. We're Blazer fans. We saw Dame kind of do what Luka has been doing in a way and really carrying a team that's surrounded by good role players, and Brunson has played the CJ McCollum role with better defense. Do you see the Mavericks kind of role players playing a bigger factor than maybe the Blazers did, or do you see this being a short series with the Warriors just finding a way to keep closing it down the stretch?
I don't think this is a short series. I think this is a series that at least goes 6. The Mavericks have proven me wrong time and time again. I've picked against them in both series. A lot of that have to do with Luka's health in this first series, and then obviously who's picking against the Suns realistically.
It's fair.
But the Warriors, there's something about the Warriors this year. I take playoff experience very highly. I hold that very highly because as much as Luka, as much success as he's had, the Western Conference Finals is different than the first and second round. So,
It's true.
They'll try to attack, I think, Steph Curry a lot, but Steph Curry's a better defender and a bigger defender than Devin Booker or Chris Paul. I think the X factor in this series for the Warriors will be Jordan Poole. I think he struggled a lot in this Memphis series. He had a ton of success in the first series, and that's why they really dominated every game against, other than their one loss against the Nuggets. But, they struggled with the Grizzlies, and Jordan Poole did not look great these last couple games. I think he's going to be a big X factor. That Spencer Dinwiddie matchup, is going to be pretty big, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think I believe the Warriors are going to have an easier time in the offensive end because as much as the Grizzlies were shorthanded without John Morant, they are one of the better defensive teams. Dylan Brooks, for as much crap everyone talks about him with his broke shooting form and his dirty fouling, he's one of the best on-ball defenders in the league. And they had a great team defense, and the Warriors struggled. You saw Clay take a lot of bad shots. He turned up and was Game 6 Clay, but I'm thinking the Warriors have a little bit of an easier time against this softer Dallas defense. I think this is one of those series where Luka is going to have to just basically did what he did in the first half of Game 7 against the Suns and put the team on his back. And I just don't know if the Suns role players can play up to the standard. The Mavericks role players can play up to the standard that they did against the Suns. It'll be very interesting. I also think the Warriors get a game in Dallas, which the Suns were not able to do.
Yeah, so prediction-wise, I'm going to take Warriors in 6. I think they win it.
On the road.
I think they win it on the road. The Warriors are kind of just that team. They're going to win on the road. They're going to take on the Celtics in the finals.
Yeah, I'm going to go Warriors. I'm going to go Warriors in 7. And I took Suns in 7 against the Mavericks. Suns obviously proved me wrong with, as you so poetically put it at the start of the video, a pathetic performance. I'm going to go Warriors in 7. I think the Chase Center home court advantage is too much. Steph Curry has been there, done that. Jordan Poole could be the X factor here. Who is your X factor, main X factor? You said Jordan Poole. Give me a low-key, underrated X factor that could steal a game. Like a la Grant Williams.
I don't know if this guy is going to technically steal a game, and I don't know how much minutes he's going to get. But he'll play a little bit, and I'm going to say this is going to be a really random out, but Jonathan Kuminga, for the sole purpose of he plays insane defense. And maybe they throw him on Luka. I would say Jerry Payton Jr., but what if they throw him on Luka for the beginning of games? We've seen him start a couple times. Who knows? Jonathan Kuminga just for the sole purpose of his athletic defense.
That is not a bad take at all. That is a very underrated take. Jonathan Kuminga, he has the power to slow down Luka maybe. I'm not sure. For me, I'm going to take Luka Doncic as the X factor. We all know why. Underrated X factor. I'm going to go with Maxi Kleber. Because Maxi Kleber proved he could do it against Rudy Gobert. And against a rim running or a rim protecting center. Can he do it against Draymond Green? The Mavericks are going to have to spread the floor for Luka. Or the Mavericks offense is going to get gummed up. Warriors win this series pretty short in a short amount of time. But I'm going to go Warriors in 7 because I think the Warriors will get it done eventually.
So that's going to do it for the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.